What is up, team? Trifunctional here, hanging out, playing some Minecraft on the Darkcraft server. I'm having an awesome day, and I hope you are as well. I've done quite a few things since the last episode. I've got some work done on the inside of our tower here, set up a little temporary micro farm here so that I could have plenty of wheat for bread for food. So just have just a little bit of a crafting setup going on over here. So I'm thinking, as far as the build with our tower, we're gonna have a centralized tree. I'm kind of liking the way that the dark oak tree is looking so far, but I do want to try a jungle wood tree as well once I do find a jungle biome to see if I like that better. And this isn't complete yet, still a work in progress, but I want lots of greenery down here on the bottom level. Similar to what I have set up over here, I have a little bit of a pond with some scattered crops around. I have sugarcane around the pond, and I've placed string on top of the sugarcane at the levels that I want them to stay at, so that these three won't grow past the 1 level, this one won't go past the 2 level, or the 2nd level there. I'm thinking I'll probably scatter some light around the area like I did here with glowstone up in this tree, and then down here I placed the glowstone down in the ground just below this little bit of a bush that I set up here. I'm not completely set on this path design quite yet, but I just tried to set up a little bit of a path around the outer edge leading to our gradual staircase up. And so this leads to the 2nd level. So there's going to be a entrances to the 2nd level of the walls here. Oh, hello, spider. Let's take care of these guys. There's 2 spiders. There we go. But yeah, just a couple of balconies that I made out of dark oak along the 2nd level here, with just a slightly different shape for both of them. And then all the way up here, I haven't quite finished yet, but I think on this level I want there to be a floor all the way across. I'm thinking maybe some glass so you can look down on the greenery down below, and some wood around the outer edge, glass in the center. And I want there to be a couple more levels on top of here, so this will be where our living quarters will be. We'll have a few different rooms where we can have like an enchanting setup, like a brewery setup, a few different things that we'll have in rooms up here. But yeah, so I'm liking the way that the tower is going so far. Not quite complete yet, but it's still a work in progress. Now, let's go ahead and head down to the breeder. So I spent this took quite a lot of time. I want that string and that XP actually. Oh yeah, I got the fire set and the fireplaces here, and this fireplace has the leaf blocks below it because down all the way down by where I set up the new villager breeder, I have the mock village, and so I'm hoping that these leaf blocks won't block the passageway to the sky for the mock village. I'm hoping that the villager breeder will still work like that. Otherwise, we might just have to go with like some glass or something there without the fire. But let's head down here and take a look at the new villager breeder setup that I have. Now, it's the same villager breeder style that we had in the other place, but I just moved it down here so that it's far enough away from the keep that we can use wood doors up in the keep. So I have the glass window here, so you can look in from the from this hallway that we have set up. If we head inside, you can see we have the same villager breeder set up with the water streams, so we can just toss food in there. And in the near future, I am going to get the automatic food farm set up and hooked up to this so that we'll just be able to be pumping out villagers. But if we come down here, You see these are the same water streams we used before. We collect the baby villagers over here. Once they grow up, they go up into a water elevator, and it drops them down into this collection area here. And you can see we do have some new villagers in here. Looks like we have a couple of white coats, which is good news because I am itching to get some good enchanted books. But yeah, so I'm thinking that the leaf blocks are gonna be okay, but I'm not positive on that because, well, we are still getting hearts. So yeah, I'm thinking that those leaves are gonna be fine, and so I'm thinking that fireplace idea is gonna work out just fine. But yeah, so this is definitely working out well with the new villager breeder setup. Now, I've been collecting some supplies. You can see I have a full inventory. As far as the plan for today, actually, let's go... Which way? It's this way. Let's go this way. I want to take a trip through the nether because I want to get one last ingredient for my plan for today. And so we're going to head over to the XP grinder and head to the nether through that nether portal in the XP grinder. Here it is. I get so lost in these caves. Alright, so let's head down here, break the nether brick, your nether rack, and yes, this way. This is where we're going. So, the last ingredient that I need for the plan for today is nether brick fence, and I thought that we would have some nether brick in here. Is there any in the Ferni? Iskall reference check. I do not. Okay. So I'm going to have to cook up some nether brick to make some nether brick fence. So that's okay. I will go ahead and get that taken care of. But first, let me go ahead and show you what we're working with today. So we have the area left over from where the villager breeder was previously, and we don't have anything going on down here right now. There's just some extra villagers that we no longer need because these ones are actually, a lot of them, actually all of these guys were in the previous villager breeder. The villagers I used for the new breeder, a lot of them were the ones that were bred by the villager breeder, and then I just took whatever extras I needed from the villagers that were in this villager breeder. So these guys all have food in their inventory, therefore they are no use to us, so we're going to have to actually kill all of these guys. But we'll take care of that off camera. Now this down below here, there's the hole where we had the villager breeder. And I think we're going to use this area for a cow farm. Now, we do have the cow farm over in the over by the spawn area that Gr8 WyTe set up, and that's great. But I want one closer to the keep, to the home base here. And this one that I'm going to set up is a design I came up with in my redstone world. It's going to have a lot more cows, and so it's going to produce steak a lot faster. And the way that I'm going to kill them is common with cow farms. It's going to be using lava to kill them, so that the steak that we get is going to be cooked steak. So it's going to make things easy. And then the other benefit of having it here is we're going to get a lot of leather that we can use for books and use it to trade with our librarians. So, and also to enchant the books at the enchanting table. So it's going to work out quite well for us. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of inventory management real quick and get some netherrack cooking up for some nether brick fence. And then I'll bring you back and we'll do some building to get the cow farm set up. Alright, so welcome back, team. So I got the nether brick fence that we need for the project here, and I cleared out the cap that I had put on this this hole that I had for the villager breeder previously. That way we can get started building down here. So I think first off, we're going to start with just a little bit of a border. And we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And yeah, that should be good. And that is because we're going to have 12 spots for, or the actual area that we're going to hold the cows in is going to be 12 by 2. And so let's go ahead and get some hoppers placed in here and get a chest down as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll place a chest right here. That should be fine. And then we'll go 1, 2, 2, 2. I was going to count them out if you didn't notice. But you don't want to hear me count all day. Alright, so I'm just making sure that all of the hoppers are going into that chest. So I'm just shift clicking into the next hopper. Alright, so there we go. So this is going to be our main area where we will be collecting the drops. Now we can go ahead and place down some dispensers. And I'm just realizing that I forgot all of my lava buckets. But that's okay, I'll go grab them in a moment. I do have 24 buckets of lava already filled up and ready to go. And yeah, so basically the idea is going to be we're going to have a top area where we have the adult cows, and we will have access to it to be able to run around and feed them with wheat. And then the baby cows will fall down to the bottom area. We'll wait until they grow up. Once they are adult cows, we will send a double pulse through that will spit out lava from all these dispensers real quick. It'll suck it back in, and so all of the cows on the bottom will burn to death, dropping cooked steak and leather, and it'll be collected by the hoppers. So, pretty simple design. Let's go ahead and place, let's do this white stained glass. I kind of a fan of the white stained glass. Let's do one of these. That was a weird noise. And let's go like this. And then, yeah, this should be fine. Am I out of those blocks? I am. Okay, let me go ahead and grab the lava buckets I need, and I'll grab some more of these bricks because I like building with the bricks. And actually on this side, yeah, I'm gonna go grab some more supplies. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so welcome back, team. So what we're going to go ahead and set up next is the dispensing system for the lava. So I'm just going to carve out a little bit of an area here, and I'm going to place down some redstone dust all along the back of the dispensers. So let's go ahead and get this all placed down, and then yeah, I think we will go one more over this way. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so I think actually we want to turn in this way, so I don't think that this will be glass. Yeah, I think that this will be where we will start doing our thing with our redstone. So let's go ahead and place down an observer. That's the wrong way. Let's place down an observer going this way. And then over here, we'll break this block and we'll go with an observer going that way. And actually, no. Nope, I'm wrong. Don't mind me. Just trying to remember my design here. So I decided that I needed to come out one because of the way that this is set up. So let's grab those observers back out there. And so we will have, okay, here we go. So we're going to have a block here. And I believe that, yeah, we can still use that chest with that observer there. So that's good. And then we'll go with an observer going that way. And then we want blocks all along here. Let's go ahead and just get some blocks placed down so we can run a redstone line going along this route as well. And might as well just place one there and there. Okay. And so then we'll have redstone line going there and going all along the backs of the, oops, don't need one there. All along the backs of the dispenser there. And then we'll place a trapdoor. So now every time we flip that trapdoor, it's going to set off the observer blocks. And actually, I want to have, yeah. So I want this trapdoor actually to be going off of this block here, and then I'm going to have a button on this block that you press that flips the trapdoor. See, it flips the trapdoor down and then back up, giving us that double pulse that we need to dispense the lava and then suck it back in. And so we can go ahead and get started with, now the only problem that I'm seeing here is the chest arrangement. Let's go ahead and just get our lava buckets placed in, and then we can move that chest around. We might want to bring the chest out a little bit. We'll play around with that in just a second, but let's go ahead and place one lava bucket in every dispenser. And just to save time, I'll go ahead and I'll finish this up and then bring you back after a shortcut here. Alright, excellent. So I got the lava buckets placed in all of the dispensers, so now when I press the button, you should see lava comes out and then gets sucked back in. So all of the cows on the bottom floor here will die of fire damage, and as a result we'll get that cooked steak. So now let's go ahead and build this up a little bit more here. Just like this. And I think that I actually want to fill this in a little bit. Actually, I want some glowstone back in there. Because if we have glowstone back in there, then we won't have to worry about lighting updates causing any lag when we're using this. Because if you have redstone and it's not lit up, and then you power it, then there's lighting updates, and that can cause a little bit of lag on your server. But let's just go ahead and light it up so that I don't know how much lag it would produce, but let's just be safe. Alright, so there we go. Now up here, I do want some windows so that we can look in and see how many cows we have in there. So something like that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get some more stone brick action going on. Oop, I keep falling. Alright, so do one of those. Let's go ahead and place just one more glowstone right here just to be safe. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now we want some more bricks going around the outer edges here. And then this is going to be the level that we will place our fences on. And let's go ahead and place some more bricks and glowstone for the same reason. Just make sure that we're avoiding any lighting update lag. There we go. Perfect. Brick it up. Alright. Fall. That's part of the build. You're not doing it right if you're not falling. Alright, so now we want to run dark oak fence along one side, and then the nether brick fence along the opposite side. And the nether brick fence won't connect to the dark oak fence. And so that's going to create that gap in the middle for the baby cows to fall down in. Now, and the adult cows won't be able to fit down into that gap. So the adult cows will stay on the upper level. Now, at this point, we could just build it up a couple of blocks higher and just throw some adult cows in there and get started. But I want to be able to breed the cows up here, get it nice and full, and then after that, start having the baby cows fall down. I don't want the baby cows to start falling down into there until we have them, or have a nice collection of cows all bred up in here. So what I'm going to do is I have some sticky pistons. So I'm going to go ahead and place some sticky pistons. Oop, that was wrong. I want them to be facing this block, or this line of blocks that I just placed down. And then I'm going to use redstone to have these sticky pistons start out extended so that there will be a line of blocks extended over top of our fences. And then after I get plenty of cows all bred up, then I'm going to go ahead and retract the pistons and open up the area. And at that point in time, I'll be able to just remove the pistons and reuse them for a different project. But let me go ahead and get this part taken care of, and then I'll bring you back in a second. Alright, so welcome back, team. So I got the sticky pistons all laid down. So let's go ahead and lay down some redstone dust all along the backs of these sticky pistons, and then we'll place a redstone torch on the end. And so that's going to extend all of these sticky pistons over our little gap there. And then we'll go ahead and do the same on this side. And then, again, once we have plenty of cows bred up in the upper area, then we'll go ahead and knock out those redstone torches and open up the drop chute so that once we breed the cows, the babies can fall down below. So now it's just about building up the upper area where we will be keeping the cows. So let's go ahead and just start building up an area like this. Alright. And for now, we want this upper area to be too tall so that the cows aren't jumping out when we are feeding them. Or, well, just in general, we don't want them to be escaping, and they'll be able to hop over a one tall block. So for now, we're going to build this up too tall. Now, in the future, we can actually bring it down one lower after we remove the sticky pistons, because at that point, they will be resting one lower because they'll be sitting on the fence gates, or on the fence posts. So at that point, we can actually take this wall down one lower, and we probably will to make it easier to feed them. But let's just go ahead and build this up. We'll build a little bit of a walkway around as well, just so that it's easier to get around and take care of feeding them and breeding them. So I'm gonna go ahead and next go grab some cows using some leads. I'll go ahead and grab them from the other cow breeder in the spawn area. And so I'll bring some cows over here, and then I will go ahead and get started breeding them. Alright team, so here we are back at the spawn point, and RIP Peter the cow, he was spotted. I'm not sure if you saw Gr8 WyTe's episode on burying his the first cow that he found, but that was a pretty funny one. If you aren't watching Gr8 WyTe's episodes, you should, because he has a lot of funny stuff. But I just brought you back while I'm over here because I wanted to show you. It doesn't actually look like we haven't been over here at this cow farm in a long time. The cows are supposed to be in this upper chamber here, and then down below here are where the baby cows fall. Now it looks like there are no cows left in the upper chamber, and there's just a few cows down in the lower part here. Which is unfortunate. I was definitely gonna leave this this cow farm intact because Gr8 WyTe created it. It's not my place to destroy it, but it doesn't look like it's in functioning order at the moment. So I think I'm just going to take all of these cows with me back over to the cow farm that we're setting up here today. So I'm just gonna dig out a little bit of a ramp. I brought 8 leads with me. I'm just going to grab as many of these as I can, and then lead them through the nether portal over to where we are setting up our cow farm. Alright team, so... oh, whoops. I was trying to right click and I was reading at the same time. Gr8 WyTe is now online and he was chatting. I did not mean to kill that cow. Kind of feel bad about it. But yeah, so... I was about to say no cows were harmed in the making of this video, but I accidentally just punched one to death right here on camera. Unfortunate. But yeah, so I got the cows all transferred over here. Now, it's going to take a long time of breeding to get this entire area filled up with... I want this, this area to be just packed full of cows. So... we're actually going to end the episode here. We'll go ahead and come back to this in the next episode. Once I do have time to get these cows all bred up, we'll go ahead and retract the pistons to open up the lower area and demonstrate that this breeder is in fact working with the babies falling through to the bottom. And then once they grow up, we'll be able to cook them and have ourselves a whole bunch of cooked steak and leather. It'll be pretty awesome. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button for me. I certainly appreciate it, and it helps me out quite a bit. If you're new and you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can see when the future Darkcraft episodes come out. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side.